Why do y'all come on here and just stare? Hey. No.
Auto insurance all seems the same until it's time to use it. With USAA, it's easy to file claims, schedule repairs, and access roadside assistance right through your app. I know if I'm haunting you, you must be haunting me. It's where we go, it's where we'll be. I know if I'm on to you, I'm on to you, on to you, I'm on to you, on to you. You must be on to me. 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 Me. Me, me, me.
Why are y'all trying to always dictate my emotions and feelings? Like, that shit is annoying. Are you this? Are you that? Are you like, dude, I'm chilling. You see me on here chilling. You see me on here chilling and you still on top. I just be hating talking to men all day long.
Something clicked, and I just said, Father, please don't let me have to this guy up. I was like, all right, well, turn right here in Coliseum. And he turned left. Then I knew I was in danger. He said, now, I'll never forget these words. As I live, he said, now, let me stick it in, and I'll take you home. He grabbed my feet by my ankles, and he pulled me back. Flipped me over. And he was on top of me, looking me in my face just like that. When he got off my wrist, that's I slid that bro. Swat! He's coming. I kept moving back and forth to the ground. I was like, bang, chop, leg kick. Then I saw fear in his eyes. I was like, yeah, chop, yeah, chop. He said, oh, you want to fighting? I ran there and grabbed his pants, sham, pulled him over. I stepped up his chest. I grabbed his. I said, where the keys at, motherfucker?
What the mess? Like, what in the hell, bro? I gotta see the comments on this video because I was not expecting it. She is literally funny as hell.
My name is Frida Gibbs, aka Cheetah, billed as the most dangerous woman in the world. I'm the world's first African American female world kickboxing champion, standing alongside of Bruce Lee and Van Damme. I grew up in Chester, Pennsylvania. It's a small suburban area. Don't need to be a Wall Street pro to trade like one. When did did bullying begin for you, and how did it shape your sense of self at the time? It's interesting that you asked. Bullying. Wow. I was probably like 8 years old. The bullying actually started at home with my mother's brothers. My mother was 18 when she had me, so at the time she was living with her mother, and she had about 8 brothers at the time. And whenever I was the only girl, the only niece, the first one. But whenever it was dinner time, I was always sitting at a table with a bunch of guys. And where the bullying started is they tapped me on my shoulder. I look that way. Somebody take my food. They tap me on my shoulder. I look that way. They take my food. I turn back, and I didn't have any food. So I used to go home, go to bed, with my stomach growling because I didn't eat anything. So that's where the bullying started. And I'm gonna tell you something. What occurred? My mother, she heard my stomach growling. And she was like, I thought you ate. And I told her. She said, well, you know what? You got a fork and you got a knife. use your fork whenever they put their hand on it on your plate. And that's what I eventually had to do. And once I started, making contact with my uncles and them, and then eventually I was able to eat a full course meal and go to bed without my stomach growling. True story.
Wow, what did that teach you about the power of fighting back, not with anger, but with purpose?
It taught me that anything's possible
I
as
don't
long
even
as
want to
you
do him a reading. Like, why are you calling me my heart? Like, get away from me.
for that was able to protect me and to help me to have a full meal. That makes sense. So you got to be coachable. That's the most important thing, and I was at that time.
I think that kind of leads into my next question, which was how did you get into martial arts and kickboxing?
Being bullied. I don't know what it was. I have no idea, Molly, what it was. I used to ask the kids, "Do I have this sign on my back to say bully me?" You know what I mean? Because it was just really hilarious. Because it seemed like no matter where I went, whatever school I attended, someone always bullied. And I just couldn't figure it out. Like, do I have this? And do I look like the type to be bullied? But where it all started was, I'll never forget. I was in fifth grade, and I did the kids a favor by doing their homework. Don't do kids a favor by doing their homework because then they're going to demand it the next 2, 3, or 4, 5 times. And really, the bullying really became intense. I mean, to the point where I was able to remove them for maybe for a year or so, but it got to the point where they were catching on. And I'll never forget this one day we were on a school bus, and they told me that they're going to
What is
get
this
me.
nigga talking
So
about?
all of them, the bus driver stopped at our stop, and everybody on the bus got off the bus. I was the only one on the bus with the bus driver, and I said to the bus driver, "Can you take me to the next stop?" She said, "No." I said, "But they're going to beat me up." She said, "No, they're not." She said, "This is what I want you to do." That's what the bus driver said to me. She said, "I want you to walk to the back of the bus, and I want you to raise the emergency door, unlock it. Then I want you to walk back to the front of the bus where I am." I said, "Okay." She said, "When I count to three, I want you to run through the back of that door as fast as you can and bust it open and run as home as fast as you can." I said, "Okay." She said, "Now, I mean, run us home as fast as you can. Don't look back." I said, "Okay." So what I did, she said, "You ready?" I said, "Yes." So I walked to the back of the bus and I unlocked the lock. And when I walked to the back of the bus, everybody outside of the bus walked to the back of the bus. It was crazy. She said, "Now come to the front of the bus." So I came back to the front of the bus. And all the kids out there came back to the front of the bus. And she said, "Now step down as if you're ready to walk out." So I stepped down. And when I stepped down, all of them came like crabs to the front. She said, "Now run." I took off running out the back door. Home. Wilma Rudolph couldn't touch me. I kid you not. I was going, home, home. I bust out the back door. I had a head start on. Head start. I was going, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'll never forget. Snot was hanging from my nose. It was swinging around the corner there. That's how fast I was going. And finally, eventually, I made it to my mom's home, and the door was open because she was expecting me. And I busted the screen door, opened it. I slammed the screen door. I slammed the door. I had my back up against the door. And when I bust through, the cars all flew off the table. And my mom was like, "Girl, what the hell wrong with you? Busting through my door like a black superwoman. You done lost your damn mind." That's my mom saying. But I didn't care because I felt safe. That makes sense?
She's so funny.
My mom heard a lot of
Is that all y'all worried about? Is your little ass penis and putting it on somebody? You're a rapist. Y'all need to stop doing all that.
She's like, "What the hell is going on
Like,
out
I don't
here?"
care nothing about your penis. Stop bringing it to me. I don't care nothing about you. Stop asking me. Stop asking me stuff.
Someone here to beat her up. Three girls raised their hand. My mom said, "What's your mother's name?" She said, "Fanny Lou." My mom said, "I know your mother figures." She said, What's your mother's name?" My mom said, "Which one y'all the baddest one?" Yoda raised her hand. My mother said, "Well, then Frida gonna fight her then. She's not gonna fight all three of y'all." So my mom called me outside. I was terrified. "You gonna beat her?"
Get Spectrum fiber powered internet and two Spectrum mobile phone lines each for just $30 a month and save $1,000 on internet and mobile in your first year. Guaranteed. That
"You gonna beat her?" tonight, or I'm gonna beat your. Now you got a choice to get one whooping or two. I was terrified. You know what I mean? I was terrified. And she
Woo.
pushed me out